Spiritual snacks.
Hi everybody. The question I have today is, sharing my faith is cringy. So do I really have to do it? Well, that's a pretty good point. It is cringy sharing your faith, or it certainly can be. It's fine when you're in like a church and there's loads of people sat in the pews because they're kind of expecting you to share your faith with them. So most of the time, they're really happy to hear what you've got to say. But when you're down the pub or at school or at the bus stop, wherever you are, then when it comes to sharing your faith, that is a different thing altogether. That can be quite cringy. So do we have to do it? Well, the Bible tells us that if we're followers of Jesus, that we are witnesses of Jesus. A witness is someone who has seen or heard and testifies about what they have seen or heard or experienced. So the Bible tells us as believers in Jesus that we are his witnesses. We testify about him in our lives. That is the good news, that he is in our lives. And the chances are that you have got to this point in your faith because someone along the line has spoken to you about your faith, about their faith. They have spoken to you about Jesus in their lives. Maybe they invited you to church. Maybe they invited you to watch something like this. Maybe they invited you for a meal. Christians love to eat. And along the way, somehow someone has got to say something about Jesus. And you've responded and given your life to him. Now, that was probably quite cringy for the person to share that. And the reason being is, what if you reacted like, I don't want to hear that. I'm just here for the food. No, thanks. Which is always a risk that you take when you share your faith. In 1 Peter 3 verse 15, it says, always be prepared to give an answer for the hope that you have, but do this with gentleness and respect. So we always need to be prepared to share our faith with someone, whether it's going to be cringy or not, in the hope that they may find Jesus. In the Bible, it says that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. He is life. And we are called to share the life that he has given us with them so that they can have life too. And while that can be cringy, to them is an opportunity to have life everlasting. It says this in the book of Romans, it's chapter 10, from verse 13, 14 and 15. Everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. But how can they be saved? How can they call on the one that they have not believed in? And how can they believe in the one whom they've not heard of? And how can they hear without someone telling them? We have been given the privilege, as cringy sometimes as it is, and exhilarating at other times as it is, we've been given the privilege of being able to share this good news, this life of Jesus with those around us. In Isaiah 52 verse 7, it says, how beautiful on the mountains are the feet of those who bring the good news. Have you got beautiful feet? You bet you have.
Spiritual snacks.